one young boy with autism who came to me over the course of 6 months, and in the beginning he found it very difficult. Even transitioning to and from the sessions was very hard for him. He would come into the room but needed to keep a certain distance from me. He found it very hard to engage in an activity directly with me, so he tended to sit at the far side of the room and needed to stay sort of separate from me. But to begin with, I worked with that, so I let him have his distance, and I worked musically with him as a whole person, so with his movements and his breathing and any small sounds that he was making vocally. And I began to leave him instruments in his own space so that he could explore them in his own time. And this gradually got him involved in the sessions, but in his own time, in his own, when he was ready for it. And he began to show more and more interest in the instruments and in the things that I was doing. And it became more and more interactive, but always with that sort of need to keep his own distance and keep his own space. But he began to explore the instruments more and more. And then I began to be able to build our relationship into that and to make it a shared exploration and a shared experience. And over the course of the 6 months, he gradually became able to accept that and became more open to that and was able to begin engaging with me more directly as a person. To begin with, it was via the instruments or via the musical sounds, but it became more of an interaction directly with me, and he began to seek that out so that we would be able to sit maybe at the piano together, and he would be looking for me to play the piano with him rather than exploring it in an isolated way. Or we would sit face to face across a large drum, and he was able to interact with me directly but via the musical activity that we were sharing. So he began to use his voice more and more, and he began to use bits and pieces of words or little phrases, and he began to hum familiar songs as well, and then we were able to share those together and build that into a musical experience which was a shared interaction and a shared engagement with another person.